Show us what you're made of. Are there really a few leftover heroes over there? These damn DLCs just never stop. It continues. It always continues. Don't these DLCs ever end? So, the DLC-addicted evil had gathered its troops. The very last of the heroes' posts have been sighted and stood there, practically begging to be destroyed.
Excellent. I was almost getting bored here in my huge throne room full of gold.
Oh, you're still here too? I have the feeling my career is somehow going nowhere at the moment. Nevertheless, this pathetic hero camp was, of course, no problem at all for the merciless evil, who was already planning how to best use its fully developed and equipped dungeon to take these few pitiful little heroes apart.
You got that right. I'm just itching to get in there. Oh, okay. It might just be these stupid gloves, because I think I'm maybe allergic to dwarf hair.
To dwarf hair? Wait, what exactly did you do with Grimly's remains again? Wait, no, don't tell me. I've just had breakfast. It would be such a waste.
Fine, I won't say anything about it. I'll wrap it in a cloak of dwarf beard. I mean, science.
I said I don't want to hear it. Now, go deal with those heroes. At least you're moderately good at that.
Ha-ha! Heroes, right! Okay, creatures, get ready. We attack them, beat them up, and then we scatter cat hair in their eyes. In the eyes of the ones allergic to cats, of course.
What was hidden in that loot box? A few gobblers? Hope you didn't consider that a total waste.
What's up?
This loot box granted the aggressive Evils creatures a temporary attack speed buff.
Hey! Evil is unstoppable! No! I'll be back.
This loot box contained a temporary defense buff for the armored Evils creatures. The cruel Evils armies approached the very last remaining heroes. An indescribable sound could be heard from their direction, probably something to do with their trembling knees.
No wonder. After all, heroes have become a real rarity in this country. My creatures and I will kick their asses, pull their ears out, tickle their feet. Only after we take off their shoes, of course.
a new outpost available.
The heroes' camp had been destroyed. The absurd evil had won. Again. Apparently, he didn't find that at all boring. Yeah, well, whatever floats your boat, I guess. At least you gave those heroes a beating. Right. Well, that should be all of them. I guess we can wrap this up now, right? DLC completed. Absolutely splendid. The end. Bye now. See you next time.
Just hold your horses there, bucko. If I read that correctly, then the players out there were promised a new DLC with 3 missions, plus an epic final battle, and so on.
Yeah, that was just marketing blah blah. You know how it is, let's face it. It's not like the guys at Realm Forge will be the first to rip off their players. I wouldn't be surprised if they put in loot boxes or something like that now, and then sell the shop to Electronic Farts or Laservision or whatever they're called tomorrow.
No game I make is gonna turn out to be a rip-off. I make an evil character, but that just isn't gonna happen. Come on! You lazy-ass narrator, do your job and narrate something. Huge dragons, exploding cows, worm-eaten apples. Come on! That's what they pay you for. Probably overpaid, I'd say.
How dare you! Just you wait. You want it? You got it. A great danger still lurked in the land. A mighty figure named Narratus, the Narrator. His powers were so unimaginably powerful that they defied description.
Narratus is such a stupid name.
You're really asking for it, aren't you? Have it your way. Narratus had had enough of Talia and the puppeteer pulling her strings from behind the scenes. The Ashen Evil, the day of reckoning, was now at hand. Bears suddenly appeared and pounced on Talia. Of course, to the inclined listener, this came as no surprise, as it made perfect sense to those who had followed the course of the story.
Bears? Oh, that's so pathetic. We had that, like, about 30 missions ago. So all the great ideas kind of dry up when you don't have a script in front of you, hmm?
Great ideas? Coming right up. Narratus first wanted to check whether Talia and the Shameful Evil were even worthy of his attention. They would have to pass several trials to do so. From now on, and I quote, paragraph 5, page 232, objects would appear in the dungeon. If these were not destroyed in time, a monster room would spawn at that location.
Wait a minute. Are you quoting from the Dungeons 3 game design document?
That is totally irrelevant. If I were you, I'd be better off getting that dungeon in shape for Narratus's trials.
Damn! Get moving, creatures! Keep an eye out for those objects. Search the dungeon for them. Check the walkthrough.
Defend the dungeon heart. Hopefully no one has arachnophobia. A spider nest has been discovered.
What's hidden in that loot box? How about a random unit? Wait, I just have to roll some dice. So yeah, have fun with that.
It's payday.
Without any heroes, this seems way more boring than it has to be. Luckily, that sly Noritus had some instant hero dwellings in his pocket that he had then had set up. Plop, plop, plop.
What's all this nonsense about instant hero dwellings? Really? Are you kidding me?
Heroes want to attack one of your islands of evilness.
This loot box revealed some vicious monsters that began to prowl the dungeon.
Destroy them all!
An island of evilness is being attacked. One of your islands of evilness was captured. Your dungeon heart is under attack. Enemies have entered the dungeon. It's payday. Talia and the ludicrous evil had survived the first of the Neritus' trials. But the next trial was already approaching. Suddenly, a forgetfulness spell seemed to affect the forgetful evil, leaving it with no idea how to make traps.
You just steal these things from that part of the game design document where all the bad ideas are lumped together. I am the evil.
Full of anticipation, the gambling evil opened its loot box. Inside were crates, also known as boxes. Toolboxes, to be exact.
Just wait. Take. Bye-bye, baby!
The dungeon heart is being attacked. Full of anticipation, the gambling evil opened its loot box. Inside were crates, also known as boxes. Toolboxes, to be exact. The excavating evil had discovered a buried room in the underground containing a few heroes. Whatever were they up to in there? It's payday. Ha! You pathetic buffoon! You don't stand a chance against me! Oh, I'm sure that's something that Doratus would say if he had his own speaker.
Oh, how can he have his own speaker? You just made him up yourself, and he's not in any script.
Well, that's what you think. But he just used his forgetfulness spell to prevent traps from being built in the dungeon.
Oh, you stole that from the brain-dead ideas chapter of the game design document.
Well, so? This game never had a concept from the start, so it just doesn't matter anymore. So that's what Narratus thinks, of course. Mighty being that he is. And he's good-looking, too. Very good-looking. But enough of that. You'd be better off trying to survive. The Speed Freak Evil found a temporary movement speed buff for its creatures in this loot box. The Absolute Evil had discovered a buried room containing a few heroes. Whoops.
Evil will triumph.
One of your outposts is under attack. One of your outposts have been overrun. There are enemies in your dungeon. This wonderful loot box contains some gold for the Golden Eagle.
Just wait.
The dungeon heart is being attacked. Enemies have entered the dungeon.
From above.
You hear that grinding sound? That's a giant worm eating its way through the underground. It's payday. Talia and the stupid as a stump-looking evil had still managed to survive the narrator's trials and tribulations. But the final chapter had yet to begin. The diabolically clever narrators had spiked the confused evil's evening cocktail with a potion of forgetfulness. This erased all memory of any spells. What was hidden in that loot box? A few gobblers? Hope you didn't consider that a total waste. Your dungeon heart is under attack.
Showed him. Tell me what to do.
magical evil had found some mana in this loot box. The excavating evil had discovered a buried room in the underground containing a few heroes. Whatever were they up to in there?
Without spells? Oh, man! I still remember the first few levels and how boring they were without spells.
Well, that narratus is good, isn't he? He and that chapter called Bad Game Design Decisions That Should Never Have Seen the Light of Day. But I'm sure you can retire. Oh, are the first enemies coming?
What? Keep them! Cut them to pieces! Take their hero licenses away!
Full of anticipation, the gambling evil opened its loot box. Inside were crates, also known as boxes. Toolboxes, to be exact. Enemies have entered the dungeon. What was hidden in that loot box? A few gobblers? Hope you didn't consider that a total waste.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. What's hidden in that loot box? How about a random unit? Wait, I just have to roll some dice. So yeah, have fun with that. Payday, the insane enough yet unwilling to die evil, had survived yet another day. But in its carelessness, it hadn't noticed that the cunning Narratus had snuck into the dungeon with panther-like stealth and erased all traces of the Titans.
What? My good friends, the Titan units? Oh, unfair.
This loot box contains some particularly evil heroes who immediately join the heroic evil.
This loot box held a few frustrated heroes who now began to attack the dungeon. It's payday. Whoa, that Narratus was just too cunning. Talia's teeth chattered as she realized she would have to do without those Titan units from then on. How pathetic.
Oh, like hell. We can easily handle it anyway. Just because you're using bad game design tricks here doesn't mean I'm going to throw the towel in. Come on, creatures! Flatten everything Narratus has. Beat them to a pulp. Knock them down. Make them eat.
This loot box contained a temporary defense buff for the armored evil's creatures.
Destroy them!
Enemies have entered the dungeon. And once again, Talia bought the farm. The magical evil had found some mana in this loot box.
enemies have entered the dungeon.
This loot box contained a temporary attack buff for the attacky evil's creatures.
It's payday.
Narratus nodded acknowledgingly. In spite of his ingenious trials, the has the luck of domino evil had been able to defend itself against all comers.
Ha! You got that right. We ain't no heroes, but we sure as hell are super. Oh, can we finally stop this narratus nonsense? I mean, you've had your fun now and trotted out a few antiquated gameplay concepts, but now it's about time.
But of course, Narratus was far from defeated. As if Narratus could be beaten! That cunning adventurer still had all the aces up his sleeve and was just getting warmed up.
I liked you a lot better in your apathetic passive role.
Yes. Well, times change. When these DLCs just go on and on and on, and my career is at a standstill, then I might as well make some noise here.
The common term is midlife crisis.
See you in the next mission, Talia. Let's see if you still feel like making cheeky remarks like that then.